one of my goals for the year was to start tightening up my mornings. I love a really slow morning coffee and reading the internet or a book or something, but then especially like on gym days, I feel like I'm getting too late of a start and it stresses me out. So, sun's not out yet. I'm on my way to the gym. I'm tired. I slept like shit last night. But this is where we start. So, gym, and then I've got a lot of editing to do at the studio and get set up to make more client-facing video stuff. Cedric says good morning. Huge benefit of being self-employed on lifting days like today was low body, relatively high rep, high weight. Lifting days, I'm drained. I am just wiped out by midday. So because I work for myself and I don't have staff here, it's really easy for me to just go take a power nap. I'm not an hour-long napper. I'm like a 20-minute guy, but that'll carry me through the afternoon. And that doesn't mean that I do less work, because I often work off hours, I work weekends, I do whatever, but this little recharge in the middle of the day will carry me through. It's a benefit of being self-employed and working alone. There's disadvantages too. Maybe I'll talk about those later. That was exactly 20 minutes, spot on. So I feel good, I feel refreshed. Now we're gonna get back to work. So a downside of being self-employed and working alone, at least for me, is I don't feel like I'm a part of something greater. When I worked in professional theater, and I worked in a bunch of different theaters during my run, when I was employed by it, while I was a part of a team, it was just that we were a part of a team. And as theater designers and technicians, and like, we get thrown some of the craziest requests to make things happen with no money. It's a challenging job. And we always were able to come back, 90% of the time, we're able to come back and go, yeah, we can make that magic happen and make it really beautiful. So I always kind of felt like when I was in a theater, and my inner nerd is going to show here, I always felt like I was on the Enterprise D in particular. And like, we all had our roles, we all had our departments, we had our things, and we had a captain and whatever, but we were all working towards that same goal. And you know, to me anyway, if you watched Star Trek: The Next Generation, the Enterprise, the crew really all felt like family, like they really all cared about each other, and you know, and I, in the theater world, like, we may be a dysfunctional little family, like we were family, we had each other's back, we weren't going to let the show fail, we weren't going to let the audience down. So all of that to say is, like, I felt like I was a part of something bigger and a part of a team. And doing this by myself, I miss that. And don't get me wrong, I would not trade this and what I've built for the world. Not even a little bit. But one of the things I'm hoping to do is to scale this to a place to where I have other artists here, other people, maybe if they're not, you know, visual artists, maybe they're video artists, maybe they're whatever, or maybe they're administrative people who don't care about the art at all, but still want to see this grow and succeed. So I don't know. That's one of the biggest downfalls to me. So I feel disconnected. I miss that feeling of connection. Would love to have that back. You could also then argue, why don't I get hobbies? Why don't I join a club or something like that? And that's something I'm working on. But what also comes along with doing this for as long as I have and pushing as hard as I have and, getting some things right, probably getting a lot of things wrong or whatever, so a sense of burnout happens. And you're going to get done what you need to get done to keep the business going, to make sure that the people you're creating for are wildly happy. That's non-negotiable. But then at the end of the day, you just may not have any spoons left and you're tired. And so reaching out and doing other things becomes a challenge for some of us, and I fall into that category. Now, that's something that I'm working on and trying to expand out and meet new people and do new things. But it's not easy. But life doesn't have to be easy, does it?